YOLO amazing people of the tube. So I want to talk to you guys about the genius of Elon Musk that everybody seems to be missing. I don't know why no one has put all these things together, but it's blatantly obvious if you just look at all the companies this guy owns, all the things he's done, and what he's said in regards to reaching Mars and creating whatever at Mars, right? So let's start off with Tesla. So this guy, he reinvented electric cars and made them mainstream, and in doing so he gathered a lot of data in terms of machines, and using that data he was able to then apply that data to SpaceX, right? Into recapturing his rockets, in the Godzilla arms catching his rockets and reusing, right? At the same time, this guy owns Starlink, right? So imagine if he goes to Mars, he has a spaceship, right? He has Starlink to connect everything together. He pretty much has the Cybertruck, which is bulletproof, which is something you would want on a planet, let's say the moon, whatever. Like we invented the moon rover during the Apollo times, right? If he were to take his Tesla truck and just put airless tires in that vehicle, he can literally have astronauts drive a Cybertruck around on Mars. This man also owns the Boring Company. And if you guys don't know, the Boring Company has been digging tunnels underneath LA. It's been making pipelines for travel all around LA. None of which have come to fruition for the public to use. But this is something that would be crucial on Mars, to be able to travel underground in case there's a storm or weathering, right? So he has that part as well. He has the machines, the patents, the companies, the data. Then he acquired Twitter, or then he converted it to X, right? Well, using Twitter, he has direct link to all the information Google has, meaning all the patents, all the human interactions, all the information, all the data, right? This is a very important thing to have. Information is key, right? So he has all that information. And what he created, XAI. He was part of the other artificial intelligence company. I forgot the name now, but OpenAI. But now he's with XAI, and he's creating robots. He's essentially creating robots that can create robots, right? He has Solar City, right? The company, right? He made all these things in regards to capturing the sun's energy, converting it and storing it. He has the battery technology, tons of patents for that, right? There's sister companies linked to all of it. Add to it, he has Neuralink, of which, if certain people were to be chosen to go to space, right, I wouldn't be surprised if they were willing to also get Neuralinks installed so that they have on demand all the information human beings have at our disposal at will, right? Neil deGrasse Tyson said, oh, this is a 5-minute conversation. We're not going into Mars, and we're not terraforming. And for a physicist that looks into space and all that, the dude sounds like a mad hater, to be completely honest. He's not taking a view at this entire thing, right? He's like, it takes governments, it takes a whole bunch of money and resources, and it takes hostility with another nation and the desire to go to somewhere, then it's only done, right? No, those are the few times that have been done. This other man, he's created a whole set of companies that bring him enough revenue where he's slowly inching along onto his dream. And he's purchased all the right companies. He's created all the right companies, data, information, the machines, the everything. This man is linked to government. He's even linked to Trump now, right? To help facilitate his stuff even more, right? What am I missing here? Like, what else does this man have that's directly linked to what you can use to go to Mars? He already has all that information, right? And then Neil deGrasse Tyson said this very stupid thing. I thought for an intelligent person, it was a very dumb thing to say. He said, you know, if you go to people that, like as an astronaut, if you go to Mars or something, it might be a death sentence, right? Yeah, well, Apollo was a death sentence. When the Soviets were sending astronauts to space, it was a death sentence. But you know what? People are still willing to put their lives on the line. People are willing, like I would be willing, even if it was a one-way trip. If you can guarantee me that I can get to Mars, hopefully get to Mars, and I would die there, long as you give me the option of having a painful death, a painless death, not a painful, a painless death, meaning like after all my stuff is done, I can swallow a capsule and just poof, I'm gone. I'm cool with it. I'm with it. I'm okay with being the guinea pig, the first shaved monkey to fly to Mars. You get what I'm saying? The first hairless ape to land on Mars. I'm fine with it. I'm even fine with blowing up halfway to the destination, long as someone else after me gets there, long as I'm in the history books, long as I make that sacrifice. Not for me, not for my family, but for the species, right? There's a ton of people that will be fully dedicated, fully committed, fully aware of the dangers and knowing they will not come back, and people will still line up to do so. And I'm not talking about crazy people, I'm talking about intelligent people. What else are we here on Earth for other than to reproduce and to leave our names in the history books in a positive way? Because almost everyone in the history books are there for negative reasons in a certain way, right? Like everyone we look up to are like Genghis Khans, like people that conquered, people that murdered, people that, right? It's rare to have, you know, scientific people that found breakthroughs, and we don't hear them as much as we hear about the conquerors and the heroes and the soldiers and the, right? So of course people are going to be willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good of humanity. Why wouldn't they? And this man's vision, that's the genius of it. All these companies this man has put together and linked together, and no one is the wiser to say, wait, why does he have a boring company? Why is he investing in AI? Why is he buying Twitter? Why is he... And the crazy part is everything he's doing is two-sided. One is, it's very personal and selfish. He wants to go to Mars. This is what he wants. These are the companies he needs. On the flip side of the coin, he's also immensely pushing human society forward, right? In regards to electric cars, this guy is the electric car company, right? In regards to space flight. Right now, he is the space company. So it's not just his selfishness. He's bettering humanity. He's pushing all of us forward on a daily basis, whether we know it or not. And I've said it, if we had 10 clones of Elon Musk, this world would be an incredible place. It'd be an incredibly incredible place. Sorry, I had to hide the phone for that cop. So imagine if we actually had 10 clones of a person like Elon Musk in different categories and different parts of society. The world would literally be a better place. It's like having 10 Einsteins, 10 Nikola Teslas. You know what I'm saying? There's a few people that have made major change in society, right? Like we have the robber barons in regards to America, right? But there's other people in other parts of the world. But in modern times, I don't think that there's someone that would equate to Elon Musk. Not even the dude from Apple, because all he did was the Apple stuff and the computers and phones, right? Like, I mean, that's not a small task. That's not a small feat, right? Like, but it doesn't equate to SpaceX, Neuralink, and the other like 20 companies this guy owns and created and is doing them all simultaneously while having like 20 kids and being part of government now in a direct hands-on approach, right? Because if you're flying rockets, believe me, you already are connected with government. But like now he's gone Doge, right? So man, salute to that man, because man, that's incredible. I know he has a lot of haters out there, and I understand why haters hate. It is what it is. But in his case, man, fuck it. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you do 1/100th of what that man is doing. And if you were to do 1% of what that man has accomplished, just 1%, this entire world would be a better place. But you guys would rather hate on that man and want for his demise and see his failure than to see his dreams and efforts and energy and time and sacrifice to come to fruition. So you guys are haters to me, including Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know what I'm saying? In the grass, the rat Tyson. I mean, that's a psyop, disinformation agent, if I know one, man. It is what it is. So obvious to me. Dude's he's a physicist that dreams of space, and he's trying to convince people that male and female is not a biological thing. There's an infinitesimous, or whatever the fuck word is, the infinite amount of sexes at a whim, right? Like I could be a female, half female, dog, cat, just whatever is in my head, right? Like, miss me with it, bro. Miss me. But to his genius, man, Elon Musk's genius of just all those companies together, that's what no one is talking about. The genius of putting together all those companies for one goal. That's genius. And no one has even put those pieces together yet. It's mind-boggling. But salute to Elon Musk, and salute to you people that do recognize that and understand that, because, hey, human beings can be extremely special, man. You know, especially when we're extremely devoted and dedicated to a certain task. And he's on a good mission, so salute, man. Solo Yola Bolo.